Hi friends, strangers, internet. My name is EmilyHanhan. I love colorful makeup and colorful language. We are back for another day of Grinchmas, and today we are here with another exciting collaboration. I am collaborating with Millie over at Bad to the Brow, and we're talking about our top 10 new additions to our single eyeshadow collection. If you don't know Millie, Millie is the multichrome queen. Millie is the person that I refer everyone and anyone to for information about multichrome eyeshadows. Millie does multichrome Mondays on her channel. She also does all kinds of other videos. It's not just about multichromes over there, but she does have quite the collection and quite the knowledge. If you are not familiar with Millie, I will have her video and her channel linked in the description box. Definitely go check her out. If you are over here from Millie's channel, thank you so much for coming by. If you are a fan of colorful makeup, indie makeup, lots of opinions, cute fat babes, a foul mouth perhaps, go ahead and subscribe. Find me over on Instagram and Twitter. I have a Patreon. I have a YouTube membership situation. Lots of good things that you can check out, you know, if you want to support me. Even just watching this video is a wonderful support, so thank you. So I love single eyeshadows. I think I am team single eyeshadows over palettes even, and I have brought quite a few new single eyeshadows into my collection this year. I have more that might even show up by the end of this year, but they're not here yet, so I can't include them. It's that brand from Canada that makes all the stained glass shadows. Yeah, I have some from them coming my way. Anyway, but we're not going to talk about that expensive purchase. We'll talk about other expensive purchases. Last year, 2019, I got really into single eyeshadows. I think 2018 is probably the first year I ever bought any singles, but 2019 was like a big year. And then this year I have just been exploring new brands, new formulas, just so narrowing it down to 10 colors was a challenge. And there are brands that I love that are not shown here. There are shadows that I love that are not shown here. These are the 10 shadows that either popped into my head very first thing, or I have just gone back to over and over again. We do have a lot of my favorite brands featured in this lineup, and we also kind of maybe have like my top 8 green eyeshadows. Maybe not top 8 in my collection, but like 8 out of the 10 are green or green adjacent. Yeah, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to start with the non-green eyeshadows. So a brand that is new to the single eyeshadow market is Adept Cosmetics, and they have released these shimmer formula, matte formula, a new iridescent formula, and a diamond formula. So when I put in my first eyeshadow order with Adept Cosmetics, one of the diamond shades was out of stock, and everyone couldn't stop telling me about ACD5. ACD5 this, ACD5 that. They were right. ACD5 is just a stunning shadow. It is pink with this like brownie reddy base. It flashes blue. On my hand, on the glitter glue, I put it on glitter glue. It's looking very smooth and shiny, but also glittery, and I feel like it does that same thing on the eyes. It can look, actually it looks I think more textured on the eyes, but like ACD5. Of all of the many beautiful diamond shades I brought into my collection from Adept, this is my top favorite. By itself, used as a topper all over the eye, it is just stunning. The next brand we're going to talk about, I actually have 3 different shadows to discuss. I tried to spread the love around to different brands, but there is some favoritism being played here. So let's talk about Divina. 3 shadows and 3 formulas. The first Divina shadow is Mystic Moon Pie. This is from their Candy Cakes collection. This, again, we have a running theme. This was not a part of my first purchase from the Candy Cakes collection. I skipped over this and the Peachy shadow because I was like, they're more neutral. It's fine. But the shine, the dimension, the way it has this like silver flash and a purple flash and taupiness to it, but also that rich brown, like reddish brown base. It is a gorgeous one shadow eyeshadow. It's gorgeous when you pair it with like purple mattes or blue mattes, or you could probably go more neutral. It's unexpectedly good. And speaking of unexpected, it's not maybe, it doesn't beat out JD Glow's Unexpected, but if you are a fan of interesting shadows that are technically kind of neutral but not totally neutral, Mystic Moon Pie. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't know why I'm taking it to my hand like that. Now, another addition from Divina that, again, so when the Galaxy Dust shadows first came out, or whenever I put in my first order for Galaxy Dust shadows, I did not buy the whole collection. I was trying to be reserved with my decisions. And then again, I could not stop seeing people mention Celesta. And I was just like, why did I not buy Celesta at first? I don't know why. I truly was like, I have green browns. I'm good. I don't need them. But Celesta, come on. Come on. This is like a brown, green, gold. So sometimes it reads more gold on the eyes, and then sometimes it can read more green. It's like if you took Limelight from JD Glow and mixed it with Asteria, also from Divina. That is Celesta. I don't need to say anything else, right? Yeah, no, you got it. You understand. So I also brought in some of the Divina sugar drops into my collection, and they are all so stunning. But to try to, you know, rein in how many Divina shadows I mentioned today, and to keep us in that 10 shadow list, let's just talk about Sugies, okay? Now, if you don't know the sugar drops, they are a flaky, shimmery, iridescent style shadow that flip between at least 2 colors. Sugies has green and blue and pink happening, like a pink, a kind of teal blue, and then in some lights a really bright green. Like I just can't. It is just such a stunning color. a lot of the sugar drops, in my opinion, lean into the pink and purple territory, and Shuggies with that green in there just makes it a little bit more unique and a little bit more flashy, because you have like 3 really distinct colors showing up. And a formula like the sugar drops, they can be used on the inner corner, like full impact with glitter glue or with a wet brush. They can be like, you can tap glitter glue over a matte shadow and put the sugar drop formula on top of that. That's amazing. You take a single color matte eye look and you put the sugar drop on top of it, and all of a sudden it's completely multi-dimensional. You can even use them as highlighters. Like, they are a very flaky formula. They definitely, like, you gotta be willing to work with that flakiness. But they are, I mean, it's in my top 10. It's truly, I would have brought in more, but I only have 10 spots on the list. So Celesta and Shuggies was like my soft introduction to my green loves. But now we're just gonna go hard. We're gonna just all the way. Let's talk about the only traditional black-based multichrome in my roundup, and that is Seaweed from JD Glow. If you can see, I have used and abused this shadow. There's a bit of a dip for sure. I say a bit, I think it's quite a dip. This is a green to blue duochrome. So it, like, what I'm looking at it, let's see. So like what you see on camera right now is this deep emerald green. What I see in my mirror over here on this side of the screen is like a bright, like, lime green. It also shifts to like a dark blue. I'm gonna do some arm swatches, so hopefully you'll be able to see more of the shifts there. You know I love green, and this is just such a beautiful multichrome. I generally can use this over glitter glue, and a lot of multichromes I have to use with the Fiorine Pixie Epoxy. This one generally holds up on my eyes with just glitter glue. It's beautiful on its own as like a one wing of eyeshadow, or you can like lay down some colors, like even more green on the inner half of your eye and then more blue on the outer half, like in terms of mattes, and then put that on top. It's a stunning formula. I remember the first round of JD Glow multichromes got some very mixed reviews, and while it's unfortunate that they released an edition that was less than good, this one competes, in my opinion, with Cleona and Sydney Grace multichromes that I have. So I have a pretty big collection of JD Glow shadows before this year started, but one that I did not have, and I did not realize I didn't have until Abby Williamson kept mentioning it, is Prismatic. Prismatic is this lime green with blue sparkle. It also has like a sheerness to it that makes it even more almost alien-esque in a way, because I feel like a bit of your skin tone shines through. It's such a stunning lime green, and I feel like that like acidic tone is not something you necessarily see a lot, especially not with such a blue shine to it. So the thing with Prismatic is that I feel like that blue shift is not, it doesn't feel super common in such a lime acidic green color. I feel like these kinds of colors lean more into the yellow when it comes to like the shine or the sheen. I'm actually going to swatch my next shadow next to Prismatic to see the difference, and hopefully it'll show you what I'm talking about. Shine by SD is a brand that was pretty much new to me this year. They are a Canadian brand that is Black owned, and I bought a mix of different shadows from them with a ton of different textures and finishes, and they have different collections, and I feel like I've said this in multiple videos. I'm still kind of wrapping my head around the different things I've purchased, but one shadow that just popped right out to me gotta give it up to Celebration. This is one of their, this might be from their golden hour. It says duochrome, but I feel like it was from one of their newer collections. And this is Celebration. And so you see it's that lime and yellow, whereas Prismatic is that lime and blue. It's just, I mean, it's just a duochrome, but like, is it just a duochrome, or is it like the most beautiful slimy lemon lime? Right? Yeah, right. You know, you see why it's in my top. Like, do I need to say more? I don't think I need to say more. Now, the one lonely matte in this top 10 is going to be no surprise in a lot of ways, considering the theme we have been going down. But okay, for the longest time, I was looking for like a really beautiful, not quite lime, not quite yellow, not as grungy, like a bright, in a way, a bright neon yellow green, but every neon formula is just very, very hit or miss. And mostly miss. So I didn't really want to buy something that was a neon per se. And the color that I could not get out of my head, that I saw people use in palette creations and elsewhere, was E-Electric from Menagerie Cosmetics. So one day when it was in stock, I finally picked it up. I picked up this and one other shadow from Menagerie that day. I have other shadows from them, but like kind of on a break, but I kind of felt trapped to E-Electric. So let's show you E-Electric. So this is the eyeshadow itself. It's a pretty soft Menagerie shade. Like, it's one of the Menagerie shades that I feel like kicks up the most. And then this is the color. And it's more or less exactly what I was hoping it would be. It doesn't always show up just like this on my eyes. Like, sometimes I feel like it almost oxidizes a bit, but I still love it. I love it a lot. It's really pretty. You know, I like it when I take the spot of a shimmer away for a matte. Like Lethal, I got a bunch of shadows from them this year that I really like, and I stand by them, but no, not in the top 10. Like, you know, it's something special when it's a matte that's living in a palette full of shimmers. So next up we have Terra Moons. Terra Moons is a brand that I was very curious about, and it's all about the iridescent chameleons for me. I picked up a couple of different products from them when I put in an order, mostly a couple of the neons and some of their duochrome shadows, and then I believe I got 6 or 7 of their iridescent chameleons. Now, some of their duochromes that they have out are very, very pretty and compete with their iridescent chameleons, but for this roundup, no, they didn't quite make the cut. So I have to talk about Lunar Spectrum. So Lunar Spectrum, which if you've never seen the iridescent chameleons, they basically look white in the pan. But Lunar Spectrum is this like peach to green. And I feel like none of the green is showing up on camera. Like, in my mirror, I see the green. From here, you just see the pink. Oh, that's depressing. But it's like electric green to yellow to peach. Oh, it's actually an amazing even highlighter, because while the peach isn't my exact skin tone, it will blend in and then you'll get this like shock of green. These iridescent chameleons are such an amazing formula. I just realized I did not reapply a lip product before starting this video, alas. So yes, Lunar Spectrum, dreamy, dreamy, dreamy. Number 9 of 10, absolute love. But I have to do it. I have to give 2 spots to the Iridescent Chameleons. Lightyear. We got to talk about Lightyear. So again, it's another Iridescent Chameleon. It's another one with a green. the flash. The flash in that is like purple to blue to green. And I feel like on this one, all you're really seeing is the green. The like yellow green flash. Both of these are just, I could cover my whole face, my body in the Iridescent Chameleons, and I would be incredibly happy. I love these. So the Iridescent Chameleon formula is like, some of them are more glittery, some of them are more smooth. They just have such a wonderful, beautiful shift. They layer on top of other shadows. They work on the inner corner or even on the lid or on the cheekbone by themselves. They stick down with glitter glue beautifully. They're less flaky than the Sugar Drops from Divina, which makes them a little bit easier to work with. And they just make my unicorn dreams come true in an eyeshadow. One day the rest of the collection will be mine. One day. And on that note, these are my top 10 new singles to my collection for 2020. Let me know, did you add any of these singles into your collection? Are any of these your favorite? Maybe your favorite of the year or your favorite of life? Do you have any other favorite singles? Maybe ones you have never heard me mention before? You know, I always want to hear. I always want to hear what other people are enjoying. Speaking of other people, I am so excited to hear what Millie has picked for her top 10, because like Multichrome Queen like knows her shifty shadows, and you know me, I love shifty shadows. So if you haven't seen Millie's video, if you're watching my video first, now's the time to go over to Millie's channel, go to her video, give it a watch. Tell her I sent you. If you're over here from Millie, thank you so much. Let me know, like I said, if you have a favorite indie brand that makes singles that you haven't seen me mention in today's video or on my channel before, or any other fun things you want to tell me in the comments. I'm here to listen and just excited about eyeshadows. Thank you so much for spending a bit of your day with me. Thank you for coming along this Grinchmas adventure. Thank you to my patrons and my members here on YouTube. I love and appreciate you all so very much. Please stay safe out there, and hopefully I will see you again real soon. Bye, friends.